Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Switch that flow, straight back on their feet.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They begin on the ground with Guerendo. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, this defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Another try for Guerendo. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. When you look at this Packers defense, they're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he stopped immediately there. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
operating from the gun. Feliciano. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Lucas Van Ness in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. Right now, they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Throwing. Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Third down and 1. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. The Packers are 12-2 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Second and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will be a Packers 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Check go.
Here's Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
70 range, 69 range, 69 range.
The Love wants to shift things around. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Now inside the 25. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Feliciano. Got an open man here, and it's... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there.
Ready? Cougar 19. Shot alert.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Ready.
Now Love. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half,
Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. Hey, smash Bronco.
Off the play fake, Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Tyquan Thornton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
19 Lions. Hey, pass
throwing to start the drive. Feliciano, flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Feliciano. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward down the left sideline. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Patterson. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Escapes the defender. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Love.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Ready? Go.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? To throw now, here's Love. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and in through the air. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and here another sack.
all game long. We've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
49ers 7. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? Well, he said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
19 tight. Here we go.
Love looking to throw it. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the 49ers force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw. Feliciano.
Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw. Feliciano. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Feliciano. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. this will be taken at the 13. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
49ers 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Now we'll get a timeout as they tend to an injured player, and looks like that's their receiver, Christian Watson. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Hawk 70, Buffalo 18. Ready?
On play action, Love to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Here we go, set.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Looking to throw. Feliciano. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
From the gun on third down, Feliciano.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
They'll try the middle with Gurindo.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
19 tight, 19 tight.
2nd and 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. K.J. Hamler, 31 yards. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. Moody good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Caught on the right side, Reed. And nothing after the catch here as he's dropped right on the spot at the 47, but in plus territory. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
70 Lions.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Feliciano. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
But these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Let's go now.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tyquan Thornton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Feliciano. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Dashing through the snow.
Down the left sideline.
And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
Throwing after the interception, Feliciano. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And my goodness, another interception. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He'll get this down to the 38. 2nd and 6.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And now Love going to change things up.
Take go.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Sheds off the tackle, and all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Now they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw again. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
3rd down and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Looking to throw. Feliciano. That is caught. Breaks through the contact. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw now on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Go! 70 range, 70 range. Go!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right.
And he will be out of bounds, well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
As they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Packers, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.